Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. So today I'm doing palette bingo with my Jeffree Star Jawbreaker palette. So if you've never seen a palette bingo before, basically I'm going to be using a random number generator to generate 4 or 5 different numbers. Those numbers will obviously correspond to shades on the palette, and then I have the task of creating a look with those shades. So as you can see, there's quite a lot of variety in the Jawbreaker palette, so I could end up with a real eclectic mix of shades and maybe quite a tough task on my hands to create a wearable look with those shades. So without further ado, let's find out what shades I'm going to be using. So as you can see, there are 24 shades in this palette, and just for sake of ease, I'm just going to be numbering them from 1 to 6 down to 24, and I'll be using my random number generator to pick 4 shades that I'm going to have to put together for a look today. Here we go, let's have a little look and see what number's going to come up first. So first up we have got number 3, we have then got number 14, number 7 and number 23. And let's see which shades I'm going to be using today. So first up was shade number 3, which is shade Bubblegum. So nice little pink one there, we like that. Next was number 14, so that is all orange juice. Don't know how I feel already about those two together, but I'm sure I'll be able to make it work somehow. Number 7, which is cute, again bit of a random mix of shades. And then lastly is 23, which is shade Cone, so a bit more of a kind of beigey neutral tone. So I'm going to have a little think for a minute and kind of work out how I'm going to get these together and show you my look. So the shade I'm going to be starting off with is going to be shade Cute, and I'm going to start off by applying that just to the inner part of my eye. This is quite a nice, almost like a minty pastel green. I am quite pleased actually that there was only one shimmer that came up in this, because there's quite a lot of really, I mean, don't get me wrong, they're beautiful shimmers in this palette, but I think if I'd ended up with like 4 shimmers, it might have been a bit, I don't know, over the top. Obviously the point is that I still want this look to hopefully be something semi-wearable, I'd say. I mean, it could all go wrong, who knows? But I think that's looking quite nice. I don't think I want to bring it any further across my eye than that, because I'm thinking of putting bubblegum on this outer part, and also I don't really know how these are going to blend together because it's a bit of a random pairing of quite a bright pink and a pastel mint green. But there we go, I will go ahead and pop shade Cute down on my other eye. Well, there's that first shade down on both eyes, and I'm really happy with how that's looking so far. I mean, it could all go downhill from here, but fingers crossed it will be okay. And the next shade I've opted to go for is shade Bubblegum, which is, as the name suggests, a bubblegum pink shade. It's another matte shade. I'm hoping that it's gonna look okay with this pastel green. Okay, I mean, I'm actually not hating this together. They've kind of blended to make like a lilac shade in the middle, which is actually really, really pretty. I just don't know how now it's gonna go with that orange shimmer. And with a neutral shade, I'm not too fussed about, because that's going to be quite easy to, I reckon, incorporate into a look. But yeah, who'd have thought that this pink and that mint green would have gone lilac? I really quite like that. I was a bit concerned we were going to end up with it looking a bit muddy, but I actually think this is so far turning out way better than I could have expected. Again, I don't want to be bringing this out too far, because I am still kind of going for a wearable look over something too dramatic. I do obviously have to leave the house today as well, so I don't want to look ridiculous, but I mean, if I could leave it at that, I think I'd actually be really, really happy. I'm really surprised at how that's all come together in the middle there. I mean, the shades themselves have blended really lovely, and that lilac is just a bit of an added bonus, but feeling really happy with that. I'm going to go ahead and get this eye done and then have a little think about how I'm going to incorporate the other 2 shades into this look as well. Wow, I've now got this kind of pastel ombre rainbow effect just going on completely accidentally, and I'm actually really loving it. My original plan was to do a cut crease with that orange shimmer, but now I'm kind of thinking I want these matte shades I've got down so far to really speak for themselves, because the colour combination has worked out way better than I ever could have hoped or expected. So I think I'm gonna park the cut crease for now and think of something else to do with that shimmer, and instead next go in with shade Cone, which was this sort of light brown peachy kind of nude shade, and I'm just gonna pop that on the bottom part of my eye, so just underneath my bottom lashes. Hoping this is actually going to be quite subtle, because again, I really want these pastels I've got on the top part of my eye to really be the focal point of this look now. I mean, when the shades did, or when the numbers came up and also saw what the shades were, I really thought that the start of this look was going to be that orange shimmer, but just goes to show that if you put together a load of different shades that you maybe never would have thought, I mean, I never would have thought to have put that pink and that mint green together, and had I not, I never would have found out that the mix together creates actually a really gorgeous lilac. So there's a bit more of an orangey tone to shade Cone. I'm not too fussed though, because also I'm going to be popping on some eyeliner and some mascara and everything, but I think that's fine just for the under eye, and I will go ahead and get my other eye done. So there I have got shade Cone down on both eyes, and it is now time to go in with the final shade, which is shade Orange Juice, which is this really bright, gorgeous orange shimmer. It is such a buttery, vibrant, and just, yeah, all round beautiful shade. And I think I'm just going to take this flat brush and just try and concentrate this on the very inner part of my eye, because although originally I thought this was going to be like the main standout shade of the entire look, I'm now actually really just loving it as it is. I feel like every time I do a palette bingo, it gets to a point where I'm like, yep, that's fine, the look is fine, and then I have to add something else, and it kind of, I don't know, it unravels all of the kind of work that I've done already. But I'm hoping just popping this in the very inner corner will just make the look pop rather than flop. I don't know. I don't really know how I'm feeling about this. I think this is the moment that the look's now gone from something I quite liked to now something that I'm not overly happy with. Maybe if I get a little bit of it on my under eye as well. Oh, actually, that works quite nicely with that shade Cone. I'm not going to bring it all the way along, but I think bringing it along partially is definitely helping. Let's see what it looks like on this eye as well. Okay, yeah, I mean, I'm not hating this. Okay, I think I actually kind of like it. I'm just going to go back in ever so slightly with a bit more bubblegum just to touch up the edges of this eyeshadow look. But yeah, now I've got the orange on, I actually don't mind it. I think it definitely looks better like a bit further away than when I'm kind of right up close applying it. So hopefully on the camera it looks okay, and I don't know, not colours I would have necessarily picked to have gone together, but like I say every time I do a palette bingo, that's the beauty of it. It's just putting together shades or trying out different colour combinations that you may not have necessarily thought to have done, and it's just about seeing afterwards what works and what doesn't work. I mean, I would definitely do those first two shades together again, knowing that they create that really beautiful lilac shade. Whether I would do something slightly different for the under eye, yes, I probably would. So that obviously is everything for the actual eyeshadow part, I'm just going to finish the whole look off just with some eyeliner, some mascara, and then just something on my lips as well. So eyeliner wise, I think I'm going to go for this black eyeliner. I thought it would stand out quite vibrantly against the other shades I've got already, and I'm always a big fan of a black eyeliner anyway. So this is just the PS eyeliner from Primark. And then mascara wise, one of my current favourite products is this Colourpop Act Natural Defining Mascara. This is their black mascara. And then just sticking with the Colourpop theme, another one of my kind of current favourites is this Colourpop Luxe Lip Oil in the shade First Date. So let's go ahead and just get this all finished off, and hopefully once the whole look's done it will come together even more so. And then just on with the mascara. I feel like the first two shades are giving me kind of like mermaidy vibes, and then that orange, I don't know, just makes me feel like that it's not a mermaid and that I'm at like a carnival or something, but I think it kind of works. Let me know what you think. And then just lastly on with the Luxe Lip Oil. I opted for this shade because it's just quite a nice neutral shade, and then I felt like it wasn't going to detract from any of the actual eyeshadow shades that I've got going on. So there is my final completed look using the Jeffree Star Jawbreaker palette, and I'm actually really happy with how this one's turned out. Given the fact that it was quite, again, an eclectic mix of shades, I think that they really came together, and I was really surprised about how that mint green and that pink sort of merged together to make that lilac, and I really love the vibrancy of that orange shimmer as well. So let me know what you thought and whether you would have put these shades together any differently. I'd really like to know. Of course, I'll just give you a quick close-up of the whole look. But I really like this, and I definitely would feel confident, you know, walking out on the street, out and about in public wearing this look. It's definitely not too crazy or too, I don't know, out there, but it's still nice and colourful, which is what I always love in an eyeshadow look. So let me know if you would like to see me do palette bingo with any of my other palettes, or if you've got any suggestions for any videos you'd like to see. I will obviously do my best to do those for you. But thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please do give the video a big thumbs up, leave me a comment, and if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you again in my next video.